It was a normal school day. It was a Wednesday and the kids were home from school. It would have been about 5:30, 5:45 that I started to feel unwell. I was actually cooking tea at the time. Initially I just went in and sat on the lounge, and the kids were all sort of here in this room. And I sort of walked off into the other lounge room and sat down in there thinking, I'll just give myself a minute. I just need to, obviously I'm a bit stressed or I'm a bit worried, I'm not sure, so I'll just sit and relax. And it was progressively getting worse and was just, couldn't get comfortable. You sort of feel like you can't take a breath. Like someone had a big metal band around your chest and they're just tightening it. And that's when I went and laid down on the bed. I can remember thinking, this just isn't okay, this isn't normal. And I called out to the kids to turn tea off, and then I rang my husband at work. It's certainly uncommon for me to ring him and say, you have to come home, I don't feel well. His words were, do you want me to come home now, or do you want me to come home in an hour, like I normally would if you needed me? I said, no, you've got to come now. And so he knew it was serious. Apparently I was sort of fitting, on the bed. And once that had sort of stopped, he realised that I wasn't breathing and I didn't have a heartbeat. And he started CPR straight away. So just the chest compressions. He's called out to the eldest son at that point, Harrison, in no uncertain terms, to bring the ambulance back. They'd put the defibrillator on me. They were trying to get my airway, like put a tube down my throat, but because they'd given me adrenaline to try and get my heart going, my body had all tensed up and they couldn't open my mouth. I had, I think, eight shocks altogether from the defibrillator. And I think they would get me going, and then it would only be a short period of time, and then I would arrest again. They were listening to all the goings on. They were pretty, I think, sort of probably shocked and quite, I think, silent. They were quite quickly aware that things weren't at all normal. After the first ambulance crews arrived, he thought, right, I'll leave them to it, and he's come out to the kids and said, look, Mummy's really sick, and we sort of got to cross our fingers and say some prayers for Mum. I was 38 years old. I would have said I was very healthy and very fit. I used to walk sort of 5Ks most mornings with the dog along the river. I was working out with a personal trainer at least once, if not twice a week. I would have had a damn good bet that I wouldn't have had a heart attack. It's just not the stereotypical thing you think that it is. I know in my cardiac rehab there was equal numbers of women and men, and whether it be that sometimes women put themselves last a few too many times, and that they need to step forward and say, well, my health's actually very important, so you'd be lost without your mum.
Cam hadn't been there, if the ambulance hadn't got there. Do you ever go there in your head?
I have gone there, and I don't stay there long. Sorry. No, I couldn't.